Hey, I wanted to talk to you really quick. I'm working right now. Oh, you got a minute? I can talk as you work. It's been a year since immigration passed in the Senate. What are you going to do about it in Congress? Are you going to schedule a vote? Are you going to schedule a vote or ignore people like you're ignoring me right now? Is that what you're going to do?
As we know, on June 4th, people from around the country occupied House Republican offices to let them know that we will not be ignored and that it's time to move forward on immigration reform. And today, July 2nd, we're staying true to that promise and once again occupying the offices of those House Republicans to let them know that they'll be held accountable for their failure to act. Congressman Kevin McCarthy and the House Republicans had over a year to act on reform, but instead of scheduling votes to move immigration reform forward and the country forward, they've scheduled votes to move the country back, siding with House extremists on multiple occasions to deport Dreamers and others. Today we are here as farm workers, immigration advocates, members of the Kern Coalition for Citizenship, and constituents of the district to give Congressman Kevin McCarthy a symbolic red card for failing to deliver on immigration reform. As Congressman Luis Gutierrez said,
you're done. Leave the field. Too many flagrant offenses and unfair attacks and too-little action. You're out. Hit the showers. It's the red card.
So today we're going to deliver a clear message to Congressman McCarthy and the House leadership, affirming that we are not giving up on legislation, but we're giving up on him. We're giving up on Kevin McCarthy.
Local leaders, national leaders, something needs to be done. A passage vote on comprehensive immigration reform will address the moral issue of division of families in our communities. And it will also address the moral dilemma of exploitative treatment of workers in the workplace. We want opportunities for our communities. This will bring jobs to our communities. So let's have this addressed. So, congressional leaders, let's do something about this. Let's get working on this.
The stark reality is that we are not going to deport 11 million people. So we can continue to do what we have done in the past for 30 years and do nothing, or we can fix the problem. Some people will look at this issue with compassion. Some will not be able to. Some people will look at this issue from a perspective of common sense, and some will see the financial benefit to our country and to our community, and they will do the work necessary to find a resolution. We're a strong nation and we can fix this problem if our leaders, like Kevin McCarthy, will show some leadership. Actions speak louder than words, and it is beyond time to act. We are asking that our leaders lead. We are asking that they act. We are asking that they reform a broken system and do the job they were elected to do. Mr. McCarthy, we have seen your commercials. Now let's see some work product.
Yay! Each day, thousands of people are being deported. Each day, thousands of families are being broken up. Each day, millions of dollars are being left out of the economy because there's so many people with so much talent that can't contribute because they're American in every other sense but on paper. We see a government that especially a House GOP that he now leads, that has been obstructive, has been the worst productive Congress on record, and has refused for over 1 year to even touch comprehensive immigration reform. The votes are there. They're just scared for some reason. They don't have the political courage. They don't have what it takes. They didn't have what our founders had. They didn't have what George Washington had. He doesn't have, or he hasn't shown what Lincoln had, what FDR had, what Kennedy had, what Reagan, a Republican, had. And so I call the red card on McCarthy for failing to act on immigration reform. Even a high school student knows that you can't lock your doors on your constituents. Even a 20-year-old council member knows not to turn your backs on your constituents.
Politics is always an imperfect realization of our ideals. the Border Security, Economic Opportunity, and Immigration Modernization Act is imperfect. And it is a step toward our ideals of a safe, secure, compassionate society that affirms the full human dignity and flourishing of all who reside in its borders. So why does McCarthy refuse to bring the House version of the bill to a vote? His current stump speech position is, we have to secure the borders first. Why? Why not champion the best imperfect option to move forward on all our goals rather than do nothing? Doing nothing? Red card. Let me hear your whistles. Let me hear your whistles.
¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡McCarthy! ¡Abre!
Come on, McCarthy, give us a vote!
¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Es oficina para el pueblo, no para ti solo! Yo tengo 22 años trabajando aquí en California. Yo no dependo del welfare. Dependo de mí.
Allison! This congressman has done more for veterans than any other congressman in the United States House of Representatives. He has personally helped me numerous times, as well as his staff. Do not deny this man what he has done for his constituents. He is an excellent congressman.
So, you know, we honor and we respect and we thank all these veterans. And if he does so much for veterans, Mr. Kevin McCarthy, we ask him to do the same for the immigrant community. Because within the immigrant community, we have hundreds and thousands of young people, men and women, that are ready to serve this country, but are denied this opportunity. We understand the position, but this didn't start yesterday. We've been here countless of times in the last year, and this door has been closed for over 8 months. And that's not something that a member of leadership does, because he needs to have that door open. And if he wants to have it closed, maybe then he should resign. Just, you know, kick it at home and, you know, go, you know, hang out at Sequoia Deli, because that makes him happy.